You know, Ed Sullivan said you never go on after animals or little children. I would add to that, or Plato Hieronymus. My name's Jim Kucher. I've been an entrepreneur with a great deal of success and failure for about 30 years now. You learn more from the failures. I make my living teaching and training other people how to do this. I want to introduce you to some of my friends. This is John Heron. John Heron runs Harbor City Services as a document storage company that employs people with psychological disabilities. He's been in business since 1987. He funds his operations from the income that he earns. Not bad. This is Marty Schwartz. Marty Schwartz runs Vehicles for Change, provides low-income families with reliable donated cars so they can break free of the public transit system. They also sell used cars to the general public and use the money to pay for the donor cars. The Creative Alliance has done an amazing job of revitalizing the Baltimore art scene. The Alliance runs something called the Cam Cage, which rents equipment to videographers and filmmakers and uses the income to help pay for the work of the Alliance. This is Jackie Carrera, President and CEO of Parks and People. Jackie's working to improve the tree canopy in the city. And guess what? She runs a tree nursery. And what do you think they do with the money from the tree nursery? Buy more trees. Woo! These and many others, I call them social entrepreneurs, are the future of capitalism. Let me tell you why. The last 200 years have seen an amazing growth in prosperity and innovation, but we've also run into a few problems along the way. Driving towards a single goal of maximum profit has shown that capitalism can be morally hazardous and socially disruptive. One good thing that has come out of capitalism is a legacy of philanthropy. Carnegie, Pratt, Rockefeller, Gates, Hopkins, Bloomberg. A lot of nice folks in there. But you know what? There's a problem. The problem is that only 5% of their money actually goes to the needy. That's not a sustainable model. To put it bluntly, we can't walk-a-thon our way to a better world. I'm sorry, you can't. Right. Charity cannot fund systemic change. It doesn't work. So, how about we make it the government's problem?
That's right.
In the words of Dr. Phil, how's that working for you? Anybody want to go hiking on the Appalachian Trail? And even if they're honest and hardworking, government is not an efficient way to share wealth. So, let's talk about sharing wealth. Maybe we just split it all up and everything and share it all, just kind of self-organize. 20 years after Tiananmen Square, that model has some problems. So how do we care for each other? Well, historically, we've done it by friends, by neighbors, by family, by community. And that's wonderful. It's great, but it's horribly inefficient, and it doesn't do anything to support the disenfranchised, the friendless, or those with no social support system. Now, what capitalism has given us is an unprecedented period of exponential growth and innovation across all fields and a massive increase in operational efficiencies and logistics. To give you some perspective, there's more computing power in the cell phone in your pocket than there was in the lab at MIT in 1960. Unfortunately, we use that fruit of innovation for personal gain and self-gratification. Who needs a climbing wall in their office? I tell you. Sure, we give to the local charity, maybe even set up a small foundation, but what if? What if instead of fancy cars and luxury, we use the fruits of those labors to plant trees, to feed the hungry, to house the homeless, and to give working parents more time with their kids? What if we could take all that we've learned about efficiency and productivity and cost benefit and total quality management and use all of that to propel us to a better world? What if? Thank you. Now, the basic idea of nonprofits earning income from market-oriented practices is not new. Hospitals, universities have been doing it for centuries. But the idea of applying it to other models is new. It's a brand new thing. It's taken off all over the place. It's happening here in Baltimore. It goes by a whole bunch of names. There's just way too many names for this process. What matters, though, is what you can do with the idea, what it can do for our world, what it can do for our city. These are just a few of the folks that we've trained in this process, in this radical concept, in this amazing tool. We're teaching these folks now how to make this happen, and it's a truly dynamic equation. If you can imagine the power of the social revolutionary the increasing rate of innovation, the energy of the entrepreneur combining to make an exponentially better world, it's that simple. But there's a huge difference between simple and easy. And it takes a special person to do this. It takes someone who refuses to believe it can't be done, someone with drive and determination, who is able to be both insanely passionate and brutally honest, who can see a need, gather resources, and summon the courage to act. Someone like these folks. Join us. Thank you.